One night, I had a meltdown, the kind where you finally see what's been right in front of your face. And here's what hit me. I had been avoiding the very things that light me up. Not business stuff, no emails, spreadsheets, nothing like that. Soul things, magic, the book I swore I'd read, the one I bought months ago and still hadn't even opened. Writing my own book. Listening to the voice notes that I've saved for 6 years. Yikes. I had been putting them all off. And not because they didn't matter, but because somewhere along the way, distraction became easier than action. This is Awaken Your Biz Goddess, where women entrepreneurs stop building alone and start building smarter. I'm Audrey Acton, a coach who mixes brain science, strategy, soul, and a touch of intentional rebellion. Together, we'll uncover the tools and connections that move you forward without burnout. Let's dive in. We live in a dopamine-driven world. Phones, notifications, quick fixes. We're trained to chase the next hit. Turns out, I was out of focus because I was jonesing for my next fix. I told myself I'd get back to my passions later. And the phrase, how you do one thing is how you do everything, kept rolling around in my head. And I beat myself up, of course, for not even coming close to how I wanted to do anything. Instead, I avoided. I couldn't even sit through a movie without picking up my phone for my latest hit. And I realized, on the surface, it looked like procrastination. Scrolling instead of writing, cleaning instead of reading. But really underneath, it was pure avoidance. I wasn't just putting things off. I was avoiding the very things that mattered most to me. Because looking at what matters most is also looking at what scares us. What if I can't do it justice? What if I fail at the thing I love? And what if I can't share what's in my head the way I hear it inside out in the world? So instead, I scrolled, I numbed, I delayed. And I truly lived up to the phrase by doing everything the way I was doing one thing. I was doing it crappy. Does this sound familiar, or am I the only one? Here's what I stumbled on in the middle of that night. It wasn't that I fell out of love with brain science or magic or writing. I just stopped spending time with them. And like any relationship, neglect makes it fade. Attention is really devotion, and focus can be love. And I had lost focus. I'd abdicated devotion and attention, and neglect became my norm. I bemoaned the fact that I had left my TED Talk gasping for life while I scrolled for my next fix. You didn't know I have a TED Talk all ready to go, huh? Yeah, no one did. Now you do. So I started a new way of being. Not perfect, not rigid, but intentional. Call it a personal intervention for the addiction to that dopamine hit. So here are the practices I began reclaiming, and maybe they might work for you as well. Meditation. Look, I know meditation, everybody says it, right? I've been meditating for years, but this was different. Not just sitting still, but retraining my focus. You are the master of your mind. And when you allow the focus to wane, you're no longer in control of your thoughts. They're actually controlling you. Remember, neuroplasticity tells us that our brain is programmable, and it's up to us to write the code that we want to live by. Boredom. I know, right? That sounds weird, huh? Here's the thing. When we were kids, we got bored. And when we were bored, we came up with new and crazy ideas of how to alleviate that boredom. Same thing now as an adult. It's up to you to let yourself be still long enough to hear new ideas bubble up. Go touch the grass, listen to the birds chirp. No phone, no electronics, just you wherever you are. Let your mind wander on purpose this time. See where it takes you. Embrace the boredom and see what wants to be seen. Presence. None of us want to clean the bathroom, but it is a non-avoidable chore. Being present in small daily tasks instead of rushing past them offers an easy way of being present. Pay attention. Be present as you scrub that toilet. Weird. I know it's weird, but it's real life. All of us clean the toilet. Focus on it. It is a practice of being present in the most mundane way possible. No mind wandering on this one. Stay focused. And then, of course, facing the avoidance. Picking up that book, revisiting my notes, opening what I've been shoving away. Yeah, this one takes a moment. But I found that if I even just picked the book up, not to read, but just to hold, I eventually wanted to read it. When I sat at the desk and opened the book folder and put my fingers on the keyboard, something eventually came out. The more I did it, the more I wanted to, and the more I wrote. So, pick up that calligraphy set you bought a year ago and hold it. Sit with the pen in your hand and see what happens. Now, there is another shift, and this is the biggest one for me, was weekly Biz Best Friend check-ins. Because focus thrives in connection. When someone else sees you, supports you, and holds space for you, everything changes. I have a weekly call with one of my BBFs, and she and I call each other out when needed. We bounce ideas around and we point out where focus is lacking and avoidance is taking over. One last thought. Turn off notifications for all your apps. Sure, you can check in a couple of times a day. For the moment, though, turn them all off so they're not distracting you and turning your attention away from where you want it to be. Avoidance steals our magic and our power. Focus brings it back. So I ask you, what are you putting off? What's calling you back if only you'd make space to listen? The time is now for you to walk with women beside you as you refocus on what matters most. That's exactly what Ms. Mind is for. A space of connection, clarity, and necessary accountability. Groups are forming now. The way we show up in one part of life often ripples into the rest. If we're avoiding the things that make us feel alive, chances are that avoidance is creeping into every aspect of our lives, business included. Change the message now for yourself. Save your seat for the next Ms. Mind and bring yourself and your biz back to life, because nothing lights you up more than talking about the biz love of your life. Come share how your biz love life is going and let us walk with you in deepening that relationship. For only $49 a month, you can save your seat for the upcoming month. If this message resonated with you, be sure to save this episode and share it with your BBF and support each other as you work to bring your biz love life back to life. Comment below with what you have been avoiding and what you're going to do to change that. Then come back and tell me how you did. Thanks for being here, and be sure to like and subscribe. Episodes drop twice weekly every Tuesday and Friday.